everybody, and welcome to my video. You know, the new year has come and gone, and now we focus on other things in our life. And instead of just sitting and talking and sharing with you, I thought I'd be working on some projects while I talk to you. And today we're going to talk about my goals for the year 2022. 2022. I cannot believe that we are I can't believe how fast this year has gone. And I have a lot of goals, and I thought maybe you would love to hear what my goals are. Some of my goals may surprise you a little, and some of the goals you might even have been working on for years. So why am I in here? Well, today is a snowy day, and it's cold outside, and it's going to be getting colder, so I really want to work in here before it gets too cold. Now, it does not freeze in here because we have a furnace that runs for our hot water. So we have an oil furnace on the other side of me, and when that runs, it just keeps it from freezing in here, but it gets about 35 degrees, which is fine for all of my canned goods. And this is, I call this like my cellar. So this is an out porch that stays cold. Now in the summertime, it does get very warm in here, but I've had no problems because I have a door, and the door has a screen, and I have a lot of airflow. The number one thing that is a killer for your pantry is sunlight. And number two is stagnant air. You don't want stagnant air, you need an airflow. So wherever you store your food, you really should have a window or something for airflow. I have a shelf here that I am using to try to get everything off the floor. I need to get everything off the floor because this is a concrete floor and it gets really cold, and I don't want my jars to break. That's the only thing I notice is my jars will break if they're on the concrete floor and it's 35 degrees. So I am just going to pan my camera down here and show you what I am doing. Now this here is a shoe rack, and this shoe rack, I thought, you know what, I have a better use for it. So let me tell you a little bit of some of my goals, because that's what this video is about. Wastefulness. I can't afford to be wasteful. So with income being low, I can't afford to waste anything. And that is the number one thing that I am working on, is not wasting anything. So making sure we eat our canned food. Making sure all canned food that we have, we use up. So I'm going to put all my pork, these cans of pork, on the bottom of the shelf. Now I'm kind of at a difficult angle because of my camera, so it's kind of hard to get to all of this. So we're gonna do lots of videos on canned meat, and of course you know I've already done one video on that, so we're gonna do more on government canned meat. All right, that looks great. Now I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna put all of these jars on top of here, just to get them off the floor to give me more room. That's another thing we're working on. Another thing is not going anywhere, and I'm gonna tell you a little more about that here in a moment. So don't run around, don't go away a lot, stay at home. There's a lot of viruses and a lot of things going on in this world, and I really don't want to be exposed to it. Creating busyness here at home. Well, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm creating busyness here at home. All right. Learning to use what you got. So instead of quick running to looking on Amazon to see what you can buy, try to figure out, do you have something you could use instead? All right, so this looks so much better. Now I'm gonna go ahead and work on here. I know it seems like a lot. It is a lot of food, and I'm really, really thankful for it. And I'm using up this food, and it's been a real blessing to me. Another thing I'm working on is devotions, and I'm going to be sharing with you in lots of videos all about that, and devotions and why it's important to me, and why devotions should be important to all of us in the times and the ages that we're living in. Here's a bunch of onions I need to use up. I'm going to put them up on the rafter so I'm ready for them tomorrow. All right, so now I'm just working on my potatoes. Putting all my potatoes away. Now I'm going to close it like this, and then close it like this. So whenever I need potatoes, I'm just gonna open that. We'll leave a little flap open for ventilation. That will keep the potatoes a lot darker. It's very dark in here. When I pull the curtain closed, it's pitch black. Like you can't see your hand in front of your face. But I have it open today. And so I'm gonna go ahead and sweep the floor, and then we'll do a little more talking. I hope you enjoy videos like these in my pantry, because this is my life. This is all the things that I'm doing. And with the new year, there's a lot of new ideas and new motivation. The slate is clear and we can start all over. All right, let me go ahead and finish the floor area here, and then we will work on something else. I got the pantry finished, and it's a really good feeling to have it done. Another goal of mine is when I start a project, I finish it. I don't just start a project and then weeks later finish it. When I start a project, I want to get it done right away. So the takeaway from this video is my goals for the year 2022 are shelter in place. Don't go away, other than the thrift store and maybe a few small places. Really don't go away. I don't need to go away. And really, why would I want to expose myself to all of that sickness and all that that's out there? I can't afford wastefulness, so I can't waste anything. Yeah, I have a lot of food, but I can't afford to waste it. No, next year, I don't know what tomorrow's going to hold. So the food I have now, I want to be extremely frugal with it. Next one is zero waste. Now, I went from 7 trash bags a week. I was down to 3 trash bags. Can I get down to 1? Can I get down to 1 trash bag? That's a challenge for me. It is. I always seem to have so much waste, but zero waste. Buy things or use things that don't require a lot of waste, you know, a lot of plastic and things like that. So I'm really working on that. Devotions are very important to me, having every morning devotions, and I will have a separate video on that. I believe that should be a heart-to-heart, and I'll have a video on showing you my Bible and the devotions and what I'm learning. Learning ways to save more. Now, I'm telling you, it's like a lot of people ask me, they say, Tessie, we can't save anymore. But, you know, there's always little things that you can do. There's a lot of videos right now where people say, living below poverty, and they have all this and that. And, you know, to live below poverty in America is not the same as living below poverty in other countries. People who live in poverty in America still usually have it a lot better than other places. And, you know, those are catchy taglines, but do we really live under poverty, or do we really live that way? So, you know, I talk about low income, and my income is very low. You know, I live it. I don't just say it, like I live it. You know, it's my life. And so when I say words like poverty or poor or low income or fixed income or social security income, all of these are tag words. And these are tag words that people really, hey, wait, what's that about? Because everybody that I know is looking for ways to save money. Let's face it, it's not getting cheaper. It's getting more expensive, and that is how life is. Life usually gets more expensive. And while Social Security income, you know, people are pretty much getting the same, their level of expense is way up. And so what I want to teach with you guys, even though I don't live on Social Security yet, I am only going to be 52. I might be 52 at the posting of this video. I'm going to be 52 in the second week of January. You know, I still need to live like I have a Social Security income. Now, depends on what your Social Security income is. Some people have a very nice income. You know, other people, they live with the bare minimum. And that is, you know, a couple $100 a month. You know, some people are living very, very frugal. And so now we are into the lean times here on YouTube. This is the lean times for everyone. Nobody is paid the same in January as they were in December. So now, of course, there's some channels that make lots of money, but they still are getting a cut. And us little people, we get the crumbs. But you know what? I love this life, and I love being able to stay at home and work from home. Hey, everyone, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Hi, everybody. It's Homestead Tessie coming to you with another product review. And I'm all about saving money on the Homestead, and I'm going to show you a beautiful drying rack. The reason why I like the metal ones is they seem for me to hold more weight, and also I like them if you leave them out in the elements, they're not going to rot like wood can. Wood will oftentimes, it can splinter really easily, and you can't have quite as much weight on it. So I love these metal drying racks.